Anissa here, and I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be a very highly requested video. I get YouTube comments, I get hella DMs, and people are asking me, how did you move out so early? How did you move out so young? How did you move out at 18? Like, what's your secret? And I'm basically just gonna basically give y'all pointers on how to move out at 18 or young or whatever, and I'm gonna explain to y'all how I did it as well, so y'all can see how I did it. Now, everybody's situation isn't the same, so I may have had not as much help as you can have, or I may have had more help than you have. So every situation isn't the same, but I feel like everybody still needs to go through the same kind of basic steps to move out. So all right, without further ado, let's get into the video. I wrote some things down so I wouldn't forget, because there are kind of a lot of things that go into moving. There is a lot of things. So number one, I put as find income. When I say find income, I didn't put find job, I said find income, because nowadays there's so many different things you can do to get income. Whether you're starting your own business, whether you're working a 9-to-5 job, whether you're stripping, whether you're doing any of that, find you an income, okay? I don't care what it is. When I started to save up or whatever, I started to do TikTok, and then TikTok started paying me, and then I started to do OnlyFans, and then OnlyFans started paying me. So I was really saving up my money. I wasn't doing anything, I wasn't going nowhere. All I would do was get my hair done, my nails done all the time. So I really wasn't spending, I was spending money, but I was saving my money also. And that was my income. I was getting paid like that. Number two, make sure it's a steady income. I had this income going on for me for over a year before I even moved. Make sure your income is steady. I don't care what it is, y'all. Whether you're working a 9-to-5, whether you're doing any other thing that, make sure your income is steady. You do not want to move out and then your income stops, or you get fired, or this, you make sure you do not want that to happen. Make sure you have a steady income. You don't want it to be oh, one day you can make this amount of money, the next day you make basically nothing. Don't do that, okay? Make sure your income is steady, y'all. I'm letting y'all know this now. Especially being young, sometimes we do things that are just spur of the moment. But when it comes to getting your own place and having something in your name, please make sure that you have a steady income that is going to be there for you to pay your bills at least. Number three, look for an apartment. Okay, when you look for an apartment, y'all, I know that y'all are gonna want, that everybody wants the nice, luxury, high-rise ass apartment, okay? I know that that's what y'all want. Me personally, I would love to live in a high-rise apartment. I cannot afford a high-rise apartment, y'all, okay? When I say high-rise, I mean a high-rise with the big-ass windows or whatever. I love my apartment. I feel like this is my dream first apartment. But, I would love to live in a high-rise apartment. Now, can I afford a high-rise apartment? No. Now, me, I live in Houston, so that, I live in Texas, so everything's a lot cheaper here. So I could, literally, my apartment, it looks very nice for a very affordable price. People who live in New York or Los Angeles, it's, you may be paying $1,200 for something that's really little, and something that's very outdated. So, but even if that is what it is, still find something that you like, find something that's in your price point, okay? Not trying to down anybody who may live in that type of, environment in those places. Do not go over your needs, y'all. If you can only afford something that's $800 a month, only go for something $800 a month. Do not look at something that's $1,200 a month if you cannot afford that, because you cannot afford it. And always remember, y'all, just because, let's say the rent is $900 a month, right? Just because the rent is $900 a month, it's gonna advertise, oh, $900 for 1 bedroom, 1 bath, right? Your rent is not just gonna be $900 flat, okay? You're gonna have water fees, admin fees, sewer fees, bitch, rent fees, okay? You're gonna have hella motherfucking fees. And if you pay online, you're gonna have online fees. Y'all, just let's say your rent is $900, right? You're gonna have to pay probably almost $1,000 after all these fees are paid up. So just letting you guys know that that's what that is. Your water should only be running you about $30 to $50 a month. That's what mine runs me. That's what it ran my family when we all lived together, like $50 a month. Like, it's not gonna run you like no $150 unless you just leaving your water on all motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it should not run you that much. And also me, I don't really use a dishwasher because dishwashers don't really even get my dishes clean. So I don't really use a dishwasher. I just wash my dishes by hand. And so that's also kind of like a waste of water, or can use a lot of water. But to each his own, really and truly. So basically, do not go over your means, y'all. Look for you an apartment that is in your price range, y'all. Look for an apartment that you can afford. It may be hard to go and pass by these great luxury ass apartments that are very, very nice, but you got to go across the tracks and find you an apartment that's not as nice or whatever. But still, do you want to be evicted, or do you want to stay in your apartment until you can afford to buy, get something that's, nicer or whatever? So I strongly suggest that you guys please make sure that you get something that you can afford. Not something you can afford for a couple months, but something you can afford until your lease is up. You know what I'm saying? And if you want something nicer, please work hard until you can afford something nicer. You know what I'm saying? Number 5 is credit. I get questions about like, oh, how'd you get in there? Like, what's your credit? Y'all, I had never had anything in my name. This is the first time I've had things in my name. I did not have a car before I moved. I still don't have a car. I'm 18, I don't have a car, and I have an apartment. I honestly had to choose basically like, okay, do I want to get a car right now and still stay with my mom, and like wait later on to get an apartment, or do I want to get an apartment first and then just like, Uber, and like my mom can take me places and stuff like that. Like, and I chose my apartment because I love to be in my own space. But anyway, so I never had like credit because nothing was ever in my name, like nothing. So I had no credit. So basically, when you don't have any credit, sometimes they may charge you extra because it's like you're like a liability, kind of like they don't know whether you're gonna pay anything, or they don't know, like, because like like people have bad credit, they don't get approved for things. So if you don't have any credit, that just means you've never had anything in your name. So that means that they don't really know if you're gonna actually pay for this stuff, if you're gonna be like a good person and pay all your bills, or if you're just gonna, you know what I'm saying, like just not pay it on time, always late, or don't pay it. So sometimes you may get an extra fee. My apartments didn't give me an extra fee. I'm so glad, because they worked with first time renters and stuff like that, so they didn't do that to me. Some apartments will do that, just letting you guys know. Now if you are 18 and you've already had like a car in your name or like a bill in your name or something, and you've paid on time, then it shouldn't be no issue. But if you've had like a car in your name, or you've had anything in your name, and you've been late on payments, and you've missed payments, or you've just stopped paying altogether, it's really gonna hurt your credit. And I strongly suggest that you don't do that, because if your credit's bad, y'all, it's gonna be hard getting anything if you have really bad credit. But one of the things that I did do to basically help with my credit, I got a loan, y'all. This is what I did. I got a loan for like, well, I had never had a loan before. Like I said, there was never anything in my name. I didn't need the loan, but I did this because it could help build my credit. When I got a loan, it was for $350 to pay like 3 payments on the loan before I was able to pay it off. It's credit based. So that means if I didn't pay on the loan, then it would have brought my credit down. But since I did pay on the loan and I paid the loan off, it helped my credit. It takes like 6 months for your credit to build and stuff like that. But I suggest that if you are trying to build your credit and you don't want to like put anything, like get like a car or something yet, go to a loan place that's credit based, get a loan, and like don't spend any of the money. So let's say you get a $350 loan. Do not spend any of that fucking money. Walk out of that loan place with the money in the envelope, put the money up somewhere safe, and then after, I don't know how many payments it may take for other people, but for the place that I went to, it took 3 payments, and then you got to pay it off. And the reason why it takes 3 payments is because they get interest after it, and then you pay off the loan. Now, the more that you keep it and the more that you pay on it and the more interest that you give, it's better for you and better for your credit, because it's like, ooh, she's paying it on time. But me, I just did it for like a couple months and then I just paid it off because I was tired of them taking out $65 on my check. When I got my apartment, when you get your apartment, you want your apartment to be furnished. So when I got my apartment and I was saving my money, I saved money for like the first couple months of my rent. I wanted to save money for my furniture. So this was before I moved. I saved money for my couch and my bed. Like, I don't have to have my whole apartment furnished when I first get in the damn door, but I don't want it to be empty as I'm, you know, in there. Like, I do not want my apartment to be fucking empty. I was like, no, like, I'm not doing that. I did give me a couch. My couch was $900 and my bed was $400 some dollars. And I ended up getting a coffee table. I ended up getting a rug. Like, the coffee table was from Amazon. It was like $100 some, and the rug was from Ross. It was like $20 something, and I ended up getting a dining room table from Amazon, and it was like $300 some. So one thing that I did when I realized I was going to move was, y'all, I used to get my hair done all the time. Lashes was always done. Nails stayed done. And when I realized I was moving, y'all, I stopped getting my hair done. I wore my natural hair. I stopped getting my lashes done. Stopped getting my nails done, y'all. Literally, I was very much committed. I stopped spending money, unnecessary money. I love to be dolled up, y'all. I love it, but I had to stop doing that because I was like, it's like, you know, I was always buying a new wig, always getting it installed. You know, nails was $100. But you know what I'm saying? So it was just like I was spending almost $1,000 like every month, and it was like, no, that $1,000 could be saved for me moving. And sometimes you have to cut out things that you want to do. Sometimes you can't go out with your friends and spend $50 and do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to stop spending money, because y'all, I still spend me some money, but I'm saying you have to really very much prioritize what you need to do. Like, really prioritize yourself and prioritize your money, and you have to think, hey, is spending $200 on this, you know, better than having my own apartment or having my own car, or whatever the case may be. Y'all, prioritize. Please prioritize. Like, please, 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 please. And honestly, y'all, I really want you guys to really think like, once you move out, it's over. Like, you pay your own bills. Like, it's crazy. Like, you take care of you, seriously. So I strongly suggest that think it over really, 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 really hard before you do it, and just think to yourself, like, okay, can I survive on my own? Can I take care of myself financially? You know what I'm saying? Because financially is like the big part of it all. Like, financially, can you withstand paying your own bills and stuff like that? That's pretty much it. Like, I could have gone more in depth and more, you know, deep into it, but I didn't. But this is more like basically the basic steps of how to move out at, you know, at a young age, and basically like how I moved out at 18. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you guys want like a part 2, or if you guys want me to go more in detail, then please like comment below and I'll answer some of you guys' questions in the comments. Yeah, and thank you guys so much for watching.